The reaction we heard from the US saying that these were very substantive, meaningful talks. There were 6 hours of talks, a different tone, perhaps then to the talks that we had in Alaska.
Yes, well, we've certainly seen in recent days an effort at improving the relationship and engagement. We saw on Monday, for instance, U.S. Trade Representative Catherine Tai give a very important speech talking about building, or she talked about a recoupling with China rather than a decoupling, and looking at ways to better collaborate on certain issues, talking about 3 pillars where China needs to live up to its Phase 1 agreements. The U.S. needs to provide 301 exclusions from those tariffs for businesses that need to import their inputs, and then also working with allies such as Europe to face China together. And so that's really a new approach that's been laid out this week by President Biden's top trade envoy.
Take a listen to what Secretary Blinken had to say about communications with China.
What I hope is that these actions will cease because there is always the possibility of miscalculation, of miscommunication, and that's dangerous.
You mentioned the shortfalls in the Phase 1 trade deal and that we might see more talk on that from the USTR as well as Premier Liu He. What can we expect in terms of those issues that they don't see eye on eye on?
Sure. Well, the agenda that the USTR Catherine Tai has laid out is looking for ways to try to address some of those issues in the future. She mentioned on Monday that she doesn't particularly like the idea of calling the agreement from January 2020 the Phase 1 deal, because that implies that there is definitely a Phase 2, and in a certain way that has raised expectations for a continued negotiation along the lines inherited from the Trump administration, whereas the Biden administration may take a different tack with China, may look to build the trade relationship with them in different and new ways, but at the same time, while raising some of those concerns that U.S. businesses have about the way that they are treated in China.